Welcome to the Greener Gifting Gang podcast, the show that delves into the reasons we love to choose, wrap, and share gifts with each other. Hi, I'm your host, Eve Kale, founder of Gift Wrapped by Eve, and I'm on a mission to help you experience the joy of gift giving while also considering the planet. Each episode, I'll be sharing ideas or interviewing guests who will help inspire your choice of gifts and how you present them. Whether that's for your own gifts or products you create or sell in your small business, will help you consider how to make small changes that can help your gifting be a little greener. Well, welcome to podcast, Amanda. I'm really excited to have you here today and really looking forward to having a chat, hearing about gifting and wrapping that you do for your business and in your own life as well. So can you introduce yourself to our listeners, first of all? It's always better when a person introduces themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for having me on today. My name's Amanda Alcock, and I am the founder of Random Panda, which is small gifts that make a big impact. So I help business owners to save time with gifting and sending out gifts of recognition, thank yous, well dones to team members and clients.
Fantastic. I love that strapline. So is it small gifts, big impact?
Yes.
Yeah, fantastic. And I think that that's one of the things that keeps coming up as a theme when I'm chatting to people on the podcast is about how, it doesn't need to be a really big gesture or a big gift to make a real impact. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
So this was born out of my previous business. I was a leader with the Body Shop at Home for a number of years, 12, 13 years. And I started off sending little gifts of recognition during lockdown. I wanted to send, I'd done bigger gifts previously, but I wanted to send more people something small to kind of spur them on and create that motivation to keep going. And I couldn't really find exactly what I was looking for. So I started creating these letterbox gifts on the lines of motivational and empowering themes. And then that kind of led to other people asking me if I could do that for them. And that then came into being a sort of second business for me alongside.
Fantastic. So you were looking for something to send in the post because obviously it was lockdown, you couldn't see people in person. So you then couldn't find exactly what you wanted and you did it yourself, and now it's
pretty much
fully-fledged business. Amazing.
Yeah, because there's a lot on the market for Mother's Day and birthdays and family gifts and things like that, but the more sort of specific, empowering, motivational things I didn't find in the price bracket that I wanted to spend. So I've tried to fill that gap of doing something small that maybe costs £5 to £10, but has that big impact. You don't have to spend 30, 40, £50 to make somebody smile.
Yeah, I can see there is that gap, and I've not heard of anybody doing it specifically in the way that you're doing it to support team recognition, and particularly I love this sort of thought that actually I've seen these similar sorts of letterbox gifts in other places, but you're right, the price of them is much higher, perhaps more appropriate for a birthday gift, but not for sending out on a big scale.
And that's
so what kind of things are in these boxes?
Gosh, well, we have all sorts of products, but the smaller gifts that fit into the letterboxes are things like stationery. Stationery is always a winner. Accessories, so things like purses and mirrors and things that have like motivational quotes on. Little wish bracelets, they're always popular. Things like that.
Yeah, so it's the things that are going to kind of give that, like you say, spur people on, recognise the effort that they put in that particular month or whatever.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, brilliant. And how do they go down? What kind of feedback have you had
The reaction, honestly, is amazing. And I think it's that, because I was thinking about this earlier, that when you give gifts for birthdays and Christmas and things, you're giving gifts and you're receiving gifts, and there's that kind of mutual expectation.
Yeah.
When somebody receives something in the post that's chosen specifically for them, to say well done for doing something, or thank you for using my service, or whatever it is, they're not expecting it. So it has a completely, like, the reactions sometimes blow me away. And particularly for people, a lot of people, my customers are in network marketing. Obviously, I've got contacts in the industry.
Yeah.
And, some of my clients send welcome gifts to their team.
Mm-hmm.
So a little something to say, welcome to the team, great to have you on board. And the impact that has on the person receiving it, they're often in other jobs, they're looking for a something else to do, to create, extra income stream, but they instantly feel part of the community, they feel valued, they feel appreciated, and they're only just at the start of their journey.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're like, wow, I've never received anything in 10 years of working in whatever company, yet I've been part of your business for 2 weeks, and you sent me this gift. And so they may have, spent, say, £10, but the reaction is just incredible. And then the that person feels so part of it that they really want to do well, and they really want to grow a business and be part of this organization, because they feel that it's amazing from the start.
Yeah. So it's such an important part of how team leaders can support their team, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's really interesting what you're saying. It's not just people who've been there for a while, who've, maybe they've achieved certain incentives, or
Yes.
they've done all of these different things. It's about using it from the right from the very beginning, and welcoming people and being part of the community. That's amazing. Wow. So you're having a big impact on so many people now as well.
And I mean, it just makes me so happy as well when I receive these messages. I feel like it's really making a difference to these people, and I just want to do more of it.
Fantastic. Oh, brilliant. And I think it's really interesting to talk about this different type of occasion, because we've covered on the podcast quite a lot of the kind of usual occasions that you would consider. So, Christmas and birthday, Father's Day, Mother's Day, all of those things have come up quite a bit. But team recognition isn't something we've really covered before. And I think it's really interesting to delve into it a little bit, because it's not necessarily an occasion that is top of mind. I am working with quite a few small businesses now, and we've looked at different ways that they can use gifting and wrapping in their businesses. And for some of them, they do have teams, and team loyalty is something that's so important, isn't it? Whether that's in network marketing or in another business.
Yeah, I mean, in any business, absolutely. I have clients who are travel agents and coaches, mortgage advisors, that I send out packages for, when people have booked a holiday, when people have moved home, and that's getting that great reaction, and obviously their customers are then like, wow, this is amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. And they're then recommending to friends and family and so on, and so they're seeing more business coming through from that sort of small gesture, really. So
amazing. So it's having that knock-on effect. So when people receive their boxes or their things from you, how do they look? How are they packaged up? Do you do a gift wrapping service? Or
so I wrap them in tissue paper, and then and all. I have a website as well, so people can place one-off orders as well and order things for themselves. And I still put them in tissue paper as well, because I think it's really nice even when you're receiving an order to yourself, for it to look nice. Because when they turn up and they're just in a bag or whatever, it doesn't have the same impact. So I like to send them in a box where possible, and I use the paper tape as well on the boxes, which I find is really, really durable and actually better than the plasticky tape. So that looks nicer as well.
Yeah. Oh, great. I'm glad to hear you're a paper tape convert.
Yes.
Talked about paper tape a lot. Keep talking about it. But
I know it's one of the things that you talk about a lot. So yes.
Yeah. Fantastic. And say I had a team and I wanted to do it myself, I can buy the item.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wrap
Because
them
people may
myself.
have, team meetings or something. You can place a bulk order, so they might have, I don't know, 20 people come into a meeting, and they could buy 20 small items that they can then give out. So,
Brilliant.
yeah.
Brilliant. Oh, wow. So many things. Yeah, it sounds really exciting. I think I definitely love receiving things that are a bit of a surprise, and I think the surprise
Yes,
element is a big part of it, isn't it? That mystery.
definitely.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
sometimes I have people who send gifts and they're not for team recognition, or they're just a sort of a just because gift, and they just want to make somebody smile, and the reaction to those is just amazing as well.
definitely. Yeah, I've had people describe it as an unbirthday gift before.
Oh,
Where you just see something and you just want to send it to somebody. It's not their birthday yet, but you know that it's just perfect for them. So you just
yes.
do it at the time, which I thought was quite nice.
Love that.
Excellent. So what kind of, in your personal life then, what kind of other, you're thinking about sending people gifts all the time, but what other occasions do you tend to shop for when you're shopping for your own gifts?
Yeah, I mean, I suppose all the usual occasions: Christmas, birthdays, Mother's Day, Father's Day, Valentine's Day. Yeah, teachers' gifts.
Yes, yeah. Another one, isn't it?
Non-stop. There's always an occasion, isn't there?
Yeah, there is.
I feel like I'm always looking.
I mean, we are prolific gift givers in the UK. We love an occasion to shop for gifts, and I've had similar conversations with other people where they said, "Yeah, I seem to always be looking for things." And do you enjoy that process? Because you're choosing obviously
Yeah,
lots of items for your business. It must feel like going shopping all the time.
yeah, and I love that part of it as well, because I can literally, yeah, anything that I like, I think, oh yeah, I love that. That's going to be great.
Yeah,
Don't always get it spot on, but generally, if I love something and I think, yes, that's the thing,
yeah.
generally people in my audience agree, and that becomes a good seller. So that's good.
Oh, that's good. That is
So
good.
I sort of trust
Yeah,
my instincts, and sometimes if I think, is that going to work? I don't know. Let's give it a try. Yeah, probably. It's fun.
yeah, yeah.
Network marketing, everything is done for you, and then when you're now sort of running your own business, you're doing everything. So it is complete learning, but I'm
Yeah.
enjoying
Yeah. So when it comes to going and doing your own shopping, you don't have shopping fatigue.
it. No, I don't think so. I just feel like I'm always on the lookout for something.
Yeah. Do you,
Although I do sometimes think, when I'm giving gifts to people, I think, oh, can I give something from my own shop? Even though I think they will really like it, is it a bit of a cop out to give something that you sell, and should you therefore choose something else? So I do like try and support other small businesses and think, yeah, rather than giving something from my shop, I'll support somebody else and buy. Does that make sense?
I know exactly what you mean, and I have done similar things over the years where I'm like, oh, should I? Because the business that I had before, we had
Yes.
some craft items as well. So occasionally I did think, oh, well, that might make a good gift. But I had the same sort of dilemma. But yeah, shopping and supporting small businesses, is that one of your sort of do you have like a kind of list of go-to places for choosing gifts?
Yeah, I mean, from a supplier perspective, I have various suppliers, and I do try and do collaborations with small businesses as well. where I can, which is exciting. And then, yeah, from personally buying people, I do try and support people that I know as well, because again, it's nice that people who are my customers, I can be their customer as well. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. I think supporting small businesses is really good, isn't it? And
Yeah,
you feel like you do get a really personal service. I was
definitely.
just talking about this last week, with certain retailers' large promotion, lots of sort of talking about, actually when you're shopping, the appeal sometimes to choose a big business is that you get quick service potentially, but actually that's a bit of a myth that you don't get the quick service from a small business.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's one of the things that, yes, I'm not a guaranteed next day delivery retailer. However, I do post where possible within 24 hours. And so if something comes in in the morning and I've not yet been to the post office, sometimes I can turn that around in half an hour, and it can be shipped. So, people aren't waiting. Obviously, that depends on what my diary looks like. Sometimes I can do that. Sometimes if I'm out all day, it will go the next day.
Yeah, exactly, which is still amazing service. I think we've just got really, really used to this next day delivery.
Yes.
But actually that's still, really good service and personal service.
Yes,
You can,
absolutely.
if somebody
Absolutely.
wants to, they can call you directly and
Yeah,
ask you
definitely. And say,
specifically
can
to
you put
do
this
something.
together? And I say, yes, let's see. Let's put something together, and it can be done, and it can be sent,
Mm.
received quickly. So yeah.
Yeah, we're all about supporting them all around here.
Yeah. We have to try and help each other out, don't we?
Yeah, definitely. So we've talked about the process of choosing gifts and choosing them, but what about the wrapping of them? You obviously do quite a bit of wrapping in your business, but do you enjoy doing your own wrapping for your own gift?
Yeah, so I do, and I don't really see it as work, which is a bit of a problem, because then I tend to find that I do what I see as work in the day time, in the school hours. So I'm doing the social media, I'm doing the email marketing, I'm doing the buy-in and things like that. And then I tend to find that the actual wrapping and packaging of items can then end up being after Emily's gone to bed in the evening, and that I'm trying to get better at not doing that, because then you can end up doing that a lot.
Yeah.
And I don't want to resent it, but I do really enjoy doing it. So it's fine.
Yeah. What is it, do you think, about the process that you enjoy doing it? Is it the
I think it's, I
creative
don't,
side or the
yeah, I mean, I find it quite relaxing.
Mm.
Um,
Mm.
and I know, like, some people think it's boring, or that it's time consuming, and it can be time consuming. But I tend to put a program on that I like to watch, and then I'll just you know make them up at the same time. And
Yeah, is it quite methodical? You're doing a similar
yeah,
thing, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. And I know exactly what you mean. If you get into the flow of the way
yeah,
that you're wrapping it, and one of the things about wrapping for a business as opposed to just wrapping your own gifts is that you've obviously found a way to do it that is replicable. I can't say that word.
yeah.
Replicable at speed, so that you
Yeah,
can do it without too much thought. It's an easy process to follow.
yeah, that's it. And so, for example, for some of my clients, they have like a bulk order. So, for example, a travel agent would send, I do like some gift tag boxes. So if I know that I'm doing like 10 or 15 boxes, I'll do them all in one go
Yeah.
together, and then I'll get them sent out. So yeah, that's easier to do a number in one go, as opposed to doing them ad hoc.
Yes, yeah, yeah. And I know this it sounds like that's obvious, but to somebody starting out, it probably isn't. That you found that way, you found that, I suppose, over the time you've been doing it, that's a good way of doing it.
Yeah.
And you're sort of trialing and error. And how about wrapping your own gifts when it comes to birthdays or any of these other occasions? Do you enjoy doing that?
Yeah, I do. I suppose for for Christmas, I do enjoy wrapping at Christmas, and I end up doing all the wrapping at Christmas.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't have to wrap my own gifts.
Okay, that's good.
But my husband doesn't do any of the wrapping, so his mum wraps my gifts.
Okay.
He says, I'm just not very good at it. And I'm like, have you actually tried?
Practice makes perfect.
Yeah. So I do all the wrapping for everybody else for the gift giving. And again, I try to do it in a batch if I can. And I like to put a Christmas film on and maybe have a Baileys and do it. And I like to do it in advance of, I don't like to do it on Christmas Eve. I feel that's a bit too stressful. So
yeah.
I do it in advance. And sometimes, I wouldn't have a Baileys during the day, to be fair. So
yes,
that's if I'm doing them in an evening. But when I'm wrapping Emily's gifts, so she doesn't see them, I might have a hot chocolate during the day.
Yeah.
And day off to
enjoy the process of it. Make it more of a a sort of ritual than just not like your bulk ordering in the evening. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It tends to fit in quite well with the times of things. So obviously Christmas is a busy time for business and doing all the wrapping, but with the majority being posted, I tend to have my postage cut off at around, mid-December to kind of coincide with the last posting days. So then I'm like, I've got maybe a couple of days before the schools break up where I can get my own stuff sorted during the day.
Sounds good. It sounds very organized. So are there any gift memories that you'd like to share with us, like a special gift maybe that you've either chosen for somebody or one that you've received?
Yeah, wow. As you happen to say that, I have got a little gift and I have got it here actually. And as we were saying before about gifts that are not expected, that can really stir that emotion. So obviously I was a big part of the Body Shop at home, and then that closed in January 2024, and then I stepped into doing the Random Panda business as a full-time thing. But when it closed, I received a really, really lovely gift from the charity partner. So one of the things that I always love doing through business is giving back. So if I can do something to give back, then I absolutely will. So very much with Body Shop, we supported a charity called Children on the Edge, which helps children in marginalised countries get access to education and clean water and food and things, which is just absolutely amazing. And then I've carried it on in Random Panda. I've done some fundraising activities to raise money for a couple of causes as well, because I just think if we can, then let's do it, and that's been successful as well. So I did receive this lovely gift from the charity partner. So they sent me a card and this lovely canvas. So it's a canvas picture of some of the children that we've helped, and they are playing on one of those parachutes. That you kind of wave down. And they're all smiling and happy, and that is just a picture of pure joy. So they sent me that canvas, and then they sent me the most lovely card. So if I just read what this says, because again, it's as much as the gifts are lovely, it's what people write on the cards, and that's something I do as part of my business as well. I handwrite the messages onto the cards, so that has a real impact. So this says, Amanda, thank you so much for your support for Children on the Edge through the A-Team over the last 12 years. You have led with generosity and heart, and it has had an incredible impact. And you're part of an ongoing legacy with £3.6 million raised that will forever change the lives of marginalised children in the spirit of Anita. Know that your passion, leadership and commitment has been part of creating incredible transformation for children in so many countries and communities. Thank you. The future is bright, and we wish you every success with Random Panda, from Eloise and all the team at Children on the Edge. And I just thought this was just like completely unexpected, and at a time of, you know, when we'd lost our business, and it was, you know, we were heartbroken and going through that process, to receive something just so thoughtful and lovely, it blew me away. So this has a special place in my office.
Yeah, I think you're so right. Sometimes it can be the smallest thing, but also the words. You're right.
Yes.
Yeah, those words that went along with the gift.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, wow, amazing.
So yeah.
Yeah. So that's one of the things that you offer as well, is to write personal messages for that people ask you to
Yes.
within,
Yeah.
and I'm sure that that is part of the reason that what you're doing is having a big impact on
Yeah, and I
the
really love it as well,
brand.
because the messages that people write, that's it, you feel that emotion, and when I'm writing out, I feel like it's just, yeah.
Yeah, that must be really special actually, seeing.
Yeah, it's really lovely. It is.
Fantastic. Right, well, my mission with this podcast and with what I'm doing is to help people experience that joy, the joy of the gift giving and receiving, but also while considering the planet. So we've touched on it a little bit, but do you take being greener or being eco-friendly into consideration with your gifting or wrapping?
Yeah, I do. I don't like to throw stuff away really, if I can. So
Well, we have had a few
and
chats about this, haven't we? About
yeah, and I also like to save money if I can. Does everybody? Yes.
Mhm.
So one of the things I always do, and I've always done this, is when people give gifts in a gift bag, I always keep the bag. Just take the tag off and then re-gift it, um, because those gift bags can be quite pricey, and you know they're used once, and then what do you do with them? So I have a stash of gift bags for probably every occasion,
Yeah.
uh, ready, so that whenever we need them, they're there. So that's something that I do, and I think, yeah, you know, they can be recycled, and why not?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and then like I say, I've tried to make some changes, you know, into my business, so that we can be a bit greener as well, and using recyclable cardboard boxes and
Yeah,
paper tape and things for
fantastic.
tissue paper. That's recyclable as well, or reusable. Again, you know, the wrapping. On the if people have ordered off the website, I tend to use tissue paper, and I put it on the top. So I just fold it and put it on top. So that is like, you know, it's not got stickers or anything on. So people can reuse that.
Yeah.
And I don't use bubble wrap if I can
Is it
help it.
like
I do for
honeycomb?
things. I have some of the honeycomb stuff, and then I have like that shredded paper
Yeah,
stuff as well.
yeah.
Is it
I
called
think
shredded?
it's called shredded paper. Like net, it's like a nest, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes, yeah, that.
Yeah.
So I use that as well, instead of bubble wrap. But there is a couple of um, like ceramic trinket dishes that I have that I just put in bubble wrap, because
Yeah.
yeah, just for security. But for the majority, I can use the things which are, yeah,
Brilliant.
just these small changes, isn't it? Like, you know, again, small changes make a big difference. If everybody just makes one small change.
It's definitely all about what small changes you can make, and then reintroducing small changes one at a time, maybe, so that you kind of build up to things. You might not want to change everything all at once. And I think it sounds like you've done loads.
The other thing is that I think is a misconception. Again, often misconceptions with small businesses is that it's more expensive, and
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
another misconception is that it's more expensive to be greener, and it isn't.
No, it isn't always. No.
Not,
Yeah.
it can be greener without having to spend more.
Yeah, and if more of us are doing it, and the demand for, eco-friendly packaging is there, then I think we'll see, further reductions as
Yeah.
well. Just you see in supermarkets now, rolls of paper that are recyclable at Christmas now, and you
Yes.
used to see that, and that's been a change
Yeah.
in the last.
And also the ones where they don't put them in the plastic wrap now, and they have
Just like a bit of extra
label on, don't they, and a bit of extra tape, a bit of extra paper, so that if it gets damaged on the edges, you've got that little bit extra. So
yeah, exactly. So when, as we want more as consumers, then, or when customers if customers are asking you or seemingly happier with a greener option, then that has a knock-on effect, doesn't it? So I think, yeah, let's keep making these small changes. It's great. Fantastic. Well, it's been great to chat with you today. We've heard so many different aspects and weaving it through your business and your personal gifts as well. It's been brilliant talking to you. So I'm sure people listening would love to find out more about Random Panda, and where can they find you if they want to shop with you or just follow what you're up to?
Yes, so I have my website, which is randompanda.co.uk, and I'm also mainly on Facebook, Random Panda on Facebook as well. So yeah,
lovely. Thank you. Well, do go and check out what Amanda's doing. And she's got a great Facebook community. If you are in direct selling or network marketing, I do recommend that you go and check that out as well. And we'll put all of the links to your website and your socials in the show notes, so everybody can head there and take a look. But thanks again for chatting with me. It's brilliant to have you as a guest. Thank you.
Oh, lovely. Thank you so much.
Thank you for listening to the Greener Gifting Gang podcast. For free resources, head to giftwrappedbyeve.com/freebies and follow Eve on socials at giftwrappedbyeve on Instagram and Facebook.